Since I'm so famous, I'm gonna introduce to you.
Since you what?
I'm so famous.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce to you an import. Came from Alaska.
Okay. From the top.
Again.
Kung saan magtrabaho ka nga.
Since I'm so famous, I'm gonna introduce to you an Alaskan import.
Alaskan? Where are you from?
Wow!
From Alaska.
The state of Alaska.
The state of Alaska.
His name is Dozier.
Robert
Dozier.
Wow!
Welcome here to
Hey, you get this chair.
You get this chair.
You bring this chair.
You work.
You do this. Ladies and gentlemen, Alaskan import, Robert Dozier.
How you doing? Good.
Welcome. Your team's playing fantastic basketball right now, and you are as well playing very good out there with your team. How does it feel on that 5-0 run right now?
It feels great, man. Guys just enjoying the moment. They ended the last conference pretty well, and I think their confidence and swagger just carried over to this conference, and they just added me into it, and we're gelling well right now.
You have been doing a lot for the team. Rebounding, scoring when it's needed, not really, being too aggressive out there when it's not needed. You know when to defer to your team. Why is it that you seem to be fitting into this system immediately?
I think it just goes back to practice. Those two and a half weeks we had of practice, and guys just really learned what guys were good at. And if I see a guy's on the spot where he needs the ball or he's good at, I'm gonna get the ball to him. And we just practice team basketball, man. It's been working for us, and we're just gonna try to continue to do that throughout the season, man.
Coach, but parang hindi ka ganun ka impressed?
I'm just jotting down notes because we played them on Wednesday. So
take all the notes.
What do you think is the secret, and what's the weakness? Weakness?
I need to ask you that.
Okay. Right now, remember, this is my house. And I will keep you here until Thursday, so you won't be there until you won't be able. Whoa, okay. He's
there, huh?
Credentials. Wow. Drafted by Miami Heat.
Yeah. And of course, you played around the world already. How are you liking the Philippines, though?
So far, this is the best place I've been. Like I was telling you guys earlier, it's more Americanized. It just makes you feel comfortable. It's more of a home setting, rather than, being in some places in Europe where, people aren't so accepting of Americans. So I really like it, and I have been enjoying the Philippines so far.
You've obviously been around the country already, and especially here in Metro Manila.
Yeah.
Like you said, everybody's all nice and friendly around here. Has there been any female ladies like, hey, what's happening, Robert?
No, I haven't. Well, for my team, I don't normally go hang out unless I have my teammates with me, and a lot of guys on my team are married with families, so they want to keep their wives happy. So we don't go out and do nothing too much. So man, I just pretty much stay home, man, and just chill.
I think Coach Richard wants to take you out on Tuesday night.
Oh no!
From tonight, tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Okay. I'll keep you up until 5 in the morning.
Just bring balls with you. We all party together, all three of us.
What is it like playing with the locals, though? You have a big array of different kind of characters on Alaska. Players from the very quiet JV Casio to the very expressive Calvin Abueva.
Yeah, it's, like I say, all the guys are cool, man. They like to joke, we like to just do a lot of crazy things. Just like even with the Harlem Shake video, for us to wake up early at 8:30 in the morning to wake up and do that, was crazy, man. But I enjoy playing with those guys. Everybody knows their role on this team, and I think that's the biggest thing with us. Everybody's accepted it, and people sacrificing this, and this, it's working out for us, man.
You're also one of the quieter guys when it comes to the imports, and it's going to be really nice to get to know Robert a little bit later on. Pero ngayon, babalik na po tayo sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. It is now time for second half. Petron taking on Barraco. Now let's head into your messages for our guest for today, Mr. Robert Dozier, and we come from Straight Edge God. Hope our import Robert will read this. I do Alaska Aces athletes per game rankings, and his consistently flies the highest overall. I mean, how do you do that? I mean, Robert, when you go out there on the court, is it like, okay, I want to do this today, I want to do that today, or is it just comes naturally to you?
It just comes natural, man. Just go out and play and try to have fun. You know, that's the most important thing, man. You can't worry yourself about, you know, what's going to happen or what might not happen. You know, just play basketball and try to have fun, man. And that's what I do.
All right, next up, galing naman kay Jaina Rob, Mr. Dozier, who do you think among your batch of conference is the toughest import to match up against, and why? Good one.
For me, so far, in the 5 games I played, it was Bruno Sundorf. 7'3", man, takes up a lot of space, you know, just, you know, kind of frustrates you. You know you can beat him off the dribble, but he's, you know, you beat him and he's still there. So, I mean, so far it's been him.
See, I was watching that game and you did a spin move. And when you finished your spin move, he was still right in front of your face.
Yeah, you think you got him beat, but you don't, you know. So it's frustrating, man.
Ginebra fans, and one more as well. Of course, Ginebra gearing up for their game, which is coming up next, taking on the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. At yan na po ang ating tututukan ngayon as Ginebra looking for back-to-back victories, habang ang Rain or Shine have been the one team that has always been a thorn in the side of the Gin Kings. Now that Ginebra has lost to Rain or Shine in the last 2 quarterfinals, do they have what it takes to get some revenge here today? LA Tenorio at ibang mga Gin Kings looking to change that around as Paul Lee seems to really love playing against Ginebra. Parang naiinganyo siya pag nakita niyo yung mga fans ng Ginebra na binubu siya, Coach.
Well, you know, it's really different when you play Ginebra because of the atmosphere of the crowd. You know, you get hyped up and pumped up. I'm sure that's what's happening to Paulie being a rookie, and you know, sometimes playing against the crowd is also inspiring, you know. You want to silence the crowd, so kaya siguro mas magandang laro ni Paulie pag Ginebra kalaban.
They have a new import in Vernon Macklin, and Robert, you played against him. His first game out, what did you think playing against him in that out-of-town game?
I think it's for him coming in first game out of town, you know, in the hot gym. It was pretty tough for him. You know, he hadn't really adjusted, you know, with his teammates or whatnot. But he did impressive. You know, I think he had a double-double, 20 rebounds, played with a lot of energy, has a killer right hook. So, man, I think if he just keeps playing and learn his teammates, I think they'll be, you know, finish the season strong.
In that win against Barako Bolt, 21 points, 14 rebounds, 5 of 12 shooting para kay Vernon Macklin. At yan, tignan na po natin ang ating social media comment. And it is, kanino Never Say Die spirit ang magpaparamdam? Ang bagong Never Say Die, kumbaga dito sa PBA ng Rain or Shine? Or will it be Barangay Ginebra's version of Never Say Die? At bakit? Padala niyo po yan via Facebook and through Twitter, through the various sites, and we will be reading them out in just a little bit. Excuse me, tatrabaho kami dito.
Hoy, Kapisara!
Oh!
Sino ka naman?
Ako si Jazz Smith ng New York Cubao.
Ano kayo sa akin?
Hindi mo ba ako kilala? Ako ang tatapos sa trono mo.
When you played against Ginebra, it was even an out-of-town game, but that atmosphere is insane out there on the court, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. They definitely have a lot of fans, and they have the fanfare on their side, and they're cheering for them. And once the team gets to playing, and the players start to feed into the fanfare, they're tough to play against, man.
All right, now let's get to know our special guest, Robert, a little bit more. How did you start playing basketball? How did that, you know, begin?
I never even played basketball until I got to the 8th grade. I just decided to try out for the basketball team. I was always a big fan of basketball, but I just never played, you know, with a team or anything. And luckily, you know, I made the team. I actually didn't even play big man, and I was short. I was playing guard. I was like 6 feet compared to everybody else, and summer going from 9th to 10th, I grew maybe 7 inches in two months, man, and here I am, 6'9" now.
How did you go from
The secret of growing tall.
I don't know.
We have our own secret.
I don't know. It's not fun. It's painful, man.
So what is the secret in the Philippines for growing? Does it also hurt?
Sometimes, but a lot of times, no. No, you just eat healthy.
Yes.
And you stretch.
And it's mostly here in the summertime.
Yes.
How did you go from only learning how to play organized basketball in the 8th grade to being a part of the Memphis Tigers in college? How did that happen?
For me, I ask myself the same question all the time. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I played in one AAU summer tournament, and I had Coach John Calipari at my house the next day. So it was special for me, man.
That must have been crazy. And let's take a look at some of the pictures. What's going on here?
We had just won the conference championship. I think that was our 3rd one. We got 3 fingers up, so it was our 3rd one.
Nice. Next up.
This is our senior day, where they had the top 3 seniors who graduated. That's all the trophies, that we accomplished over our 4 years, and we actually had the most wins in college basketball history before they stripped us of that. So it was nice.
How was it playing with Coach Cal? I mean, that's one of the best collegiate coaches in the world right there. How was that for you?
It's tough. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you that. He holds you accountable. He gets on you. I always tell people, if you can play for Coach Cal and get through his way of teaching you and reckoning you can play anywhere. So I definitely enjoyed that, and he's prepared me well for my professional experience.
Now let's head into some of the questions. Lahat ng mga tanong na pinadala niyo para kay Rob here. Coming from Frederick. Hey, Mr. Dozier, are you great friends with my idol, Derrick Rose? You're a college teammate in Memphis, right?
Yeah, of course, man. We try to keep in touch. We talk mostly in the summer, once here and there. But he's a very busy man, as you can imagine. So we just, make sure we reach out to each other in the summer.
Let's take a look at some of the pictures with, because you not only played with D-Rose, you also played with Tyreke Evans, and how was that like? I mean, how were they when they were in college, and you were also in college at the time, a little bit younger, for all of you guys? How was that?
It was cool, man. If you haven't been to college, I would advise you to go. Those would be your best 4 years of your life, and especially if you get to play, sports. And I played with Derrick Rose and Tyreke Evans, 2 phenomenal guards, and we had fun playing together, man. Derrick was a quiet guy, humble. But once he got on the court, he turned into a different guy. Tyreke the same way. He's humble, or gym rat. Both guys are just great workers and got great work ethic.
I mean, you've been put together with a lot of great players early on in your career. That must have helped you also, strive to become better out there on the court.
Yeah, definitely. Playing against those guys every day and have the competitive spirit, that those guys have, it puts a drive in you. And I always strive to try to get better. Every day I step on the court, whether it's in practice or if I'm in the gym by myself just shooting around, just go in and go hard. And that's something that I've taken from, pretty much everybody I played against.
That's exactly how everybody feels when they're with you, Coach.
Of course, a lot of players have improved playing with me. How's your free throw shooting, Rob?
Mine's okay. The last couple games have been a little iffy, but for the most part, I've been consistent.
Yeah, I can do something about that. And but right after I win, because I cannot.
Next question coming from General Pasqua. How does it feel playing with Mario Chalmers, the man who drained a 3-point shot when you faced Chalmers and Kansas State University in the U.S. NCAA Finals way back in 2008? Of course, you were drafted by Miami. You went there. How was it playing with Mario? I mean, you had to hold a little bit of a grudge.
Yeah, when I first got drafted in 2009, the first thing I did was he took me to his house. I walk in his house. I look on the wall. The wall where he hits the three, the shot. He has a big photo on the wall of me and Derrick Rose and the pitcher trying to block the three. It was cool. I accepted it, but that was 3-4 years ago. So, we over it now. That's definitely pains you. Definitely pains you.
Last picture with home.
Oh yeah, it's me going over Lamar for a layup. That was actually here in Asia, Shanghai. We played against them preseason this year. It was a nice experience for me, man. Fortunately, I didn't make the team, but hey, I enjoyed every moment of being with those guys.
And this was at the Great Wall of China?
I enjoyed that. Never thought I'd, get a chance to go there, ever. That was a team trip. I think like half the team went because most of the guys had been already before, and I enjoyed that, man. It was a nice experience for me.
I mean, when you started playing basketball, you said you started playing late in your 8th grade.
Yeah.
Did you honestly think that it would take you around the world as much as it is right now?
I didn't have a clue. I was just out there playing, just like kind of like I am today, man. I just go out there and play, and luckily, I got better and better, and just that little basketball is taking me a lot of places, man.
Center, 987 to win attempts.
Sino para na score?
Wala na nakapasok kahit isang tira. Welcome back to the Active Center. Rain or shine, going on to pull out yet another pressure kind of game. It was a 96-93 victory for the Elasto Painters. Aaron Atayde, the Robert Dozier, and of course the Coach Richard Del Rosario. Robert, what do you think of the game? I mean, Vernon played very well. It just didn't come down to the, breaks of the game at the very end.
Yeah, Vernon played very well, but I think in the last 2 minutes, Rain or Shine really clamped down on defense and got the key rebounds and blocks they needed to get this victory.
Coach, your thoughts on the game? Bo Belga?
Well,
the upper topper?
Yeah, but I have a question, Robert. Why do you bite on that fake?
I don't know, man. It's like I told you guys earlier, it's something with that fake, man. So I have to try to steal that fake.
That's a big problem if you have your center try breaking down the defense of the opponent from the 3-point line and then penetrating to the basket and creating. So that was really the problem of Ginebra at the end game.
All right, now let's head into your social media comments. Lahat ng mga mensahe na pinadala nyo. Coming from Carl Andrew, I'm a BGK fan, but Coach Yang is a superb coach. He can unleash the potential of his players. Next up, galing naman kay Cyril. Simula ngayon, idol ko na si Bo Belga. Galing mag-head fake. Hashtag exercise. I gotta learn that. Galing naman kay Kenneth, kawawa naman yung rings Araneta. Kanina si Baltman, ngayon naman si VMAC. Pero ayos, exciting. O nga naman. Now, yung mga social media comments naman for our special guest today, Robert Dozier. And we start out with this one coming from Denise De Jesus. Naniniwala ba siya sa love at first sight? Very basketball-related question. Do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't know. To each his own. I can't say I've ever experienced that, but I mean, if you believe it, hey, it's possible.
It could be fake out at first sight with Bo Belga.
Maybe not.
Galing naman kay Clark, Pacquiao or Mayweather?
I like Pacquiao as a fighter, man, but Mayweather's been my guy from day one, so I had to take Mayweather on this one.
All right. Next up, galing naman kay Grace. Sir Rob Dozier, the way how Calvin plays, how can you describe him? Wow, that's a good one.
Just, man, he plays with heart, intensity. He's probably, the player on this team that's taking the biggest back seat, with me being here. And he just goes out and plays regardless, does the little things that we need for this team, to be successful. And he helps us, man. He's a beast.